Hello, we just finished meeting for pronunciation practice on Monday, March 14th. It's Pi Day. How could I forget? Um, we started with speechless. Speechless. You can say this with O and U, vocabulary. Or because they're not stressed, you can say va and ya, vocabulary. Vocabulary. Vowel. This is almost two syllables. It's not exactly vowel, but vowel. You keep your lips moving and it'll make a W, vowel. And this one doesn't look like it has a W, but when you round your lips for co and then you come back for it will make a W, coercive. Recognize. You can say cug, make your tongue go up in the G position, even though you don't release it with a g, cug, recognize. Recog, hold it there, recognize, or skip it completely and just say reca, and your tongue stays flat. Recognize. Word. The vowel is and it's not really a vowel, it's just making the R noise. So once your tongue is curled back in the R position and you use sound, that's it. Word. And world, you're starting like you are for word, but you make the tongue move from the R to the L while you use voicing, and it makes that whirl, world. You don't have to release the D. Atypical, atypical. This, you have options. So I put on 13 and 14 two different ways to pronounce the vowel. You can say strength with an A. And when you say A, your tongue is going very high, and that's going to be easier to make the NG, strength. The back of your tongue goes up for the NG, strength. And then the tongue has to come forward for the TH. Or you can use the vowel as in head, strength. And then you're putting your tongue in the front, not high in the back for a regular N. And then the TH, strength. Strength, strength. So that's why there's both options for if you want to say strengthen or strengthen. Strengthen or strengthen. You have options. These are vividly. The vowel on both vi and vid is the I in hit. So make sure that your tongue isn't too high like v, vivid, but vi. It's both of these vowels are the I, vividly. Enhance, enhance. The vowel is a. And Americans pronounce this with an a as well. Vlad. I know that's very a. Vladimir, Vladimir. Thinker. When you have the word think, you're actually saying thing because the back of your tongue goes very high. Thing, and then you release it down and make a K. Thinker. Curl back for the R. Thinker. Stinker. Contemporary. Contemporary. And this, if you just want to pronounce the letter O for the American O, it's not O. Most other languages just have a pure O, and the tongue isn't moving, the lips aren't moving, it's one position. But American O has two parts, so there's movement. You're starting actually more with the sound. And that's when your tongue is low in the middle and pulled back. Uh, like up. Oh. And then your tongue's going to rise in the middle and your lips are going to round at the same time. Oh. Oh. So let's go home. You should have go home. Without it, if you just had the pure O, it would sound like let's go home. Go home. Go home instead of go home. Let's go home. Or let's stay home. Livid. Li is the same I as in vivid. That's why I thought of it. It made me think of livid, incredibly angry. Mountain. You can say mountain. It's not wrong. You can say fountain. That's fine. But without the T, you could put your tongue in the in position, mount, and then just make the n noise. Mountain. Same for fountain. Fountain. So don't move your tongue. If you move your tongue at all from the in position, you'll make a vowel. Mountain. So don't move your tongue. Mount. Just make the noise. But in maintain, the N and the T are together, but the T is in the stressed syllable. So you have to say the T. So all of the changes that can happen to T, like a T changing to D in water, the T disappearing and making this N noise like fountain, and the T just completely disappearing in internet, all of those can happen if the T is in the unstressed syllable. If it's in the stressed syllable, we have to say it. Maintain. And how do you know if it's in the stressed syllable? Which was a very good question. You look it up. You look it up and you look for that little symbol that tells you, um, oh, what was I looking up? Maintain. I don't know if you can see it. It's a teeny tiny, that little mark. It's like a apostrophe before the T. If it's high at the top of the letter, then that's the primary stress. It's going to be higher and longer. Dun dun. Maintain. If it's a longer word, like vocabulary. Cat is higher and longer. Layer. Layer gets longer but not higher because if you went higher, it would be too jumpy for English. Vocabulary. Vocabulary. And we can't. We have to say vocabulary. 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 So that's what gives every English word its rhythm. Where was I? Maintain. You can say this with a T, Putin, or you don't say the T and you say it like mountain. You put your tongue in the T position and then you hold it there and make the N. Putin. That's it. Opportunity. Opportunity. Looks like an O, but it sounds like ah. Opportunity. And now we have all of these that you don't have to say the T. You can say internet or internet. Interview, interview, printer, printer, winter, winner. And if you say winter without the T, yes, it will sound like winner, not loser, but winner. And you would know by the meaning of the sentence. Intersection or intersection. Now, this word you have three options: interesting, or with the T, interesting, or switch the R and the E. Interesting. Interesting. I think this one is most common. Apparent. Apparent. Accused. This CU is a KYU. Q. Accused. Insist. And that brought up the fact that the word cyst, CYST, sounds the same, like cyst. Browsing. Then the ow needs to open a lot when you start. Brow. And then close with an oo. Browsing. Can I help you find anything? Nope, I'm just browsing. Acronym. Acronym. Cyst. Log on. Log on. I can't log on because my router sucks. Log in. I can't log in because I forgot my password. Abbreviation. Abbreviation. Moment. Moment. That's a good O word. No L, just half. And if you're like me, maybe you want this in your coffee. Half and half. You don't have to say the and, just the n noise. Well, when you go from the F to the N, you'll hear a vowel. Half and. Half and half. Thermometer. Thermometer. Speedometer. But in my head, and when I'm spelling it, I think thermometer, I think speedometer, but we don't say it that way. I don't know why. This one you can say important with a T or no T, important. Just the end, important. M&Ms, you don't say and, M&Ms, which is exactly the way the guy spells it, M-N-M. Phenomenon, phenomenon. Bottle, when you say dull, you can keep your tongue in the DL position, dull, dull, dull. I quickly pull it down and make bottle, dull, or dull, dull. You can hold it in the front, dull, dull, and make the sides make a L. But it's just easier to make a very quick little dull instead of dull. Don't leave too much time between the D and the L. Bottle, dull. Baddle, baddle. Prescription, prescription. Surreptitious, surreptitious. We had a lot of words, and I spent time going in a little different direction with some of the words, so I don't have time to read them again without me talking. I'm sorry. I will try to do it next time and not get off topic too much. Thank you. If you were here, it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad you were. And if you weren't, I hope you can join us sometime. Thanks. Have a good day.